Okay, am I introducing?
Yeah, you can.
No,
I'll start it and then, okay, you go.
no, you start.
Okay. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the pod. Today, we have a very special guest.
Yay! We have Hannah's, can I say your full name? Hannah Stain.
Hannah Claire Stain.
Oh.
Full legal name.
Yay, we're so happy to have Hannah here.
It's been like 4 or 5 months since we've had our last guest.
Yeah.
And I do want to make it more of like a consistent or regular thing of having guests on here because I know a lot of people really want to be on the pod.
A lot of people, it has come to my attention, a lot of people want to be on the pod, which I'm very happy about. Even though I said I didn't want guests, but after our first, I was like,
You were like, wait, why is this kind of lit?
I was like, wait, this is kind of cool, and I was like, maybe we should have more on, perhaps.
It's just more blabbering.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
Right into the blabber.
Exactly. I need to pull up I need to pull up my notes.
So Hannah is a good friend of my sister's, right?
Yes. So me and Hannah met 2 years ago. At work. Literally, we just bring all my work friends in.
Yeah.
And I love Hannah.
It's good people there.
Yeah.
We have some good people.
We have some good times. But you got a lot of new stuff coming up. You got a lot of change, a lot of new things coming out. A lot of
Yes.
BYE, bye.
No. I meant like music.
Yes, Hannah is a musician. We should know. She's very talented.
Yes. She's like, oh.
I'm like,
I think she's a songwriter and she plays the guitar.
Yes.
And do you play any other instruments or?
Yeah.
I play a plethora of instruments.
What are they?
Which ones?
So starting from youngest, harp, piano, violin, cello, piano again,
Oh my god.
because I stopped playing it because I sucked. Guitar, actually taking lessons. I fiddled around on the guitar for most of my life, but I knew how to play like a G chord and an A minor chord.
And you're like, that's it.
That's
pretty
pretty
cool.
And you still, those are the only 2 chords you still know.
That's still the only chords that I play.
Would you say that like all the instruments that you played are like not stages of your life, but they were like phases, I guess? Or do you still keep up with them consistently now?
A few of them I do keep up with consistently, but that's a good way to say it. Like, they were kind of like, they were very trademark for specific bits of my life.
Yeah, period.
And there was like reasons why certain ones stopped and why certain ones didn't. But my main ones were always violin because that was my primary instrument. I was a violinist for 9 years.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I was in the Fort Worth Symphony. Not
Oh.
Symphony. No,
Fort Worth
we're not that good. I was in the Fort Worth Youth Orchestra.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
That
was
is
fun.
still cool.
That was fun.
Youth smoosh.
Why were you in the
Yes,
Fort Worth one?
My teacher, who I was taking from at the time in Arlington, I was at Arlington Youth Symphony. He recommended Fort Worth because besides Dallas Youth Orchestra, they have the biggest reputation in the area for being the best youth orchestra.
That's pretty cool. I thought you were going to say, yeah.
Because I was like, why didn't you just do the Dallas one?
Yeah.
Why'd you do the Fort Worth
That
one?
one's like even harder to get into. The
Oh,
Fort Worth one,
okay.
I got into because they had an open spot left. Like,
Okay. And
not
you play
saying that I wasn't
violin.
any good, but like,
Yeah.
I wasn't any good. No, it was just the competitive level at Dallas Symphony or youth program is
Way harder.
ridiculous. It was like the concert masters from my orchestra that
That's
went on to that
crazy.
orchestra.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I didn't have the skill set for that yet.
You didn't even try?
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
And my teacher, he recommended Fort Worth for me, so I was like, yeah, let's chill. I also lived in Grand Prairie at the time, so it was probably closer.
I thought you were going to say your main instrument is guitar, because you on your open mic nights, you always sing and play guitar. I've never seen you play violin or even talk about
Well,
violin.
not a lot of people do like
That is
violin
really
with
cool,
open mic
There's
though.
a girl on
suppose.
TikTok that she can't play guitar, but she's a fiddler, so she sings with her violin.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, new venture unlocked.
like,
I'm like, am I trying this? No, I just started taking lessons for guitar like 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
that's crazy because I feel like you've been playing for longer.
I've been playing like 3 chords for like my whole life.
No, you know.
Honestly, with guitar, that can get you very far, I would say. Like,
There's so many like articles you can look up three chord songs.
Exactly. That's what I'm
It's like
saying.
half the songs on the radio.
Exactly.
That's why I think guitar is so great, because like you can literally take it anywhere, and it's
So
like
nice.
it's like that one instrument that you can like
It's
take.
universal.
It's so universal.
It is.
I love it. I pove it.
I pove it as it sits there. She's like, I'm actually not
You
right
can't
here.
even see it though.
This is our other
You can't
special
see
guest.
Our special guest
guitar.
is actually the guitar.
Oh yeah, well, Hannah's obviously very talented. I did not know you played that many
Yeah.
instruments. That's crazy.
That's
Hannah.
actually crazy
I
boots.
had an obsession.
That's really
Oh.
cool. But Hannah is going to be experiencing some change very, very soon.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? About
You're like, oh,
why?
like, help me.
Why you're moving and where?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start with where, because that's a lot easier to delve into. I'm moving to London first.
Woo.
You know, in like the UK. Not London, Texas.
I
thought it
I
would.
think there is a London, Texas.
I think there is.
There's a Paris,
There's also
Texas.
Paris, Texas.
I'm moving to Paris, Texas.
Yeah, I'm moving to Paris, Texas.
It's like the same joke.
Much
twice.
easier. It's funny when I say it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh wow. I invited her.
Oh.
No.
I'm like, oh. No, I'm moving to the UK. And then afterwards, I'm moving to Germany.
Yay.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Okay.
It's
So
freaking wild.
so what is it exactly that you're going to do in London?
You're like,
So
let me tell you. I am going to go to Le Cordon Bleu in London. Very prestigious culinary school all around.
Very prestigious, guys. Only a few get in.
Well, like all you have to do is like really sell yourself, and they'll let you in.
Yeah.
Especially, I've already gone to culinary school before, so
Yeah.
I was just like, I kind of just want to attend your program and see how it is, and let me in.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to school. It's only a 3-month program, but you're allowed to stay in London for 6 months without a visa. So I'm gonna stay there for the full 6 months, just to kind of experience everything.
So you start exactly like right. You said you started like a week into when you're moving.
I think, like 9 days.
Okay.
So basically a week.
So it's like from
I
late
get there the
June.
20th, and it's
okay. So it's like July
28th.
to
Mid-September. I think my graduation is like September 13th or something like that.
okay.
You're
And then you're gonna stay like during the holidays,
Dude, like
That's
Christmas.
gonna be so cool.
Christmas in the UK.
I get to see Christmas
So
in the UK
crazy.
and in Germany.
Dude,
Oh
it's
my
literally like
God.
that one Doctor Who episode.
I don't know what Doctor Who episode.
Oh, okay. When they like have the hats and it's Christmas. Remember like the little hats that they wear?
yeah.
Oh, okay. And then oh wow.
She's like, me neither, guys.
I thought that one was gonna like land, but it didn't. Okay.
I wish-
You've
just
never seen Doctor Who, right?
Never.
Oh my god. I
Well,
love
you
that
should
show.
since you're going to the UK.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my homework.
Yeah, that is your homework.
bro.
Like,
start to study.
but it's
Gotta watch all
I'll download
13
it.
seasons.
I have to be at JFK Airport for like 5 hours, so
Yeah. But just start with
Oh
the
my
ninth
days.
Doctor. Don't start with any of the other Doctors.
Don't who?
The ninth Doctor.
The
because there's like
Doctor.
multiple.
Because there's that show's been going on since like the 60s.
yeah.
Like, or maybe even earlier than
Legendary.
that, which is crazy. So
Legendary.
there's like, but like all the other Doctors, like nobody really watches those.
No, I would say they do.
I don't really
I would
think
say
a lot
they.
of people-
I would say it's just
Everybody
us that
watches
we
like
didn't.
ninth and over, whatever. Anyways,
I'll remember that.
we're sidetracking. The program that you did in New York, what was that one called? It's not Cordon Bleu, also,
It
right?
is not. Because at the time, so I went to school almost 6 years ago. At the time, plant-based programs weren't like a big thing. They were starting to pop up at schools and stuff. So at the time, Le Cordon Bleu did not have a plant-based program of any kind.
So the one you're going to right now is plant based.
It is. It's brand new. They just started.
Are you doing
it
that
last year,
because?
I think.
Are you doing that because you're vegan? Okay, yeah. We should probably note that.
When I made the switch almost, 8 years ago? I don't even remember at this point. Something like that. I had already planned to go to culinary school, and Le Cordon Bleu was on my list.
Okay.
But it happened, at the same time, so then I started looking for other schools, and there happened to be a program in New York City called Natural Gourmet Institute.
How old were you when you did that?
18.
Oh, okay. So
That's
like my age.
crazy.
That's
but
insane.
like, that's
Hannah's like very young. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
ancient
crazy.
now, but
you've done so
but-
much for being 24.
Yes.
Is what I mean. Like
you've
that's
accomplished
crazy.
a lot.
I was a yes girly always. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, why not?
yeah. But honestly, that takes you very far sometimes. It can also
It can like take you too far.
Yeah.
But, like I recommend.
It took you far in like really good ways where you've accomplished a lot, which is crazy. I didn't know that you went to New York and did that. That's so cool. That's insane. Did you like it there? It was.
I did. I liked it for the time that I was there. I was ready to go home though.
Oh yeah.
It's very fast paced. It's very
Yeah.
like go all the time. Like if you weren't at school or like say a job, like people wanted to grab lunch, people wanted to grab drinks, people wanted to grab dinner. People, I'm like, when do you guys ever like? Are you ever in your apartment?
Yeah.
Like that's why they don't care if their apartments are small there because they're never there.
Yeah, because why would you be there if you're in New York City?
Fair.
Like,
There is always something to do.
Yeah.
There was so much to do there. That's what I liked most. Is like you could never really be bored. Just go for a stroll. And the things that I saw, man,
Crazy,
oh man,
dude.
The things that I
Yeah.
saw.
yeah.
Some of it's burned in there.
I don't think I could live in New York now. Like it's too. I love the very mundane lifestyle here in Texas. Like, would you say you like it better here, or?
I wish we had more aspects of New York City, like the walkability and like the
I
trains
agree.
and stuff. But it definitely like I miss driving my car and like like you had your quiet. That's my quiet times when I drive my car.
100%.
And like standing on the subway. No.
It's so hectic.
Like great that you don't have to drive, you don't have to like really like focus on anything.
Yeah.
You can just like sit down and zone out. But again, the things you see,
yeah.
you're also
crazy.
like berated by people.
I
and
know.
It's I had a guy
It's so
yell some
scary.
really awful things
Yeah.
at me, and I just tried to ignore him.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
How long were you in New York? Like 9 months?
A little bit over 9 months, I think.
Like 10 or 12?
Ish, yeah.
I could not do that.
So I had the program, which was 9 months, and then I had internships afterwards. You
Oh,
only had to
okay.
do one, but I did two because I wanted restaurant and bakery experience.
Right.
So I ended up interning at two different
Yeah.
places.
And you served a bunch of different famous people. Who did you serve?
Just a few.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh, I
that.
guess you cooked for them. You didn't serve, right? Like you weren't like a waitress.
Not technically. I didn't get to take it out to them, but I
Yeah.
mean, they were sitting like right there.
Who'd you meet?
So at my first internship, I worked at it's one of the top 10 vegan restaurants in the world.
That's crazy, bro.
What's it called?
It's called Avant Garden.
Oh, so go to Avant
We're actually
Garden.
going there for dinner on our layover. So
Oh,
I never ate there
dude.
outside of working there, which
That's
is crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's an open kitchen, so you can see the chefs preparing your food.
Okay.
And it's a very small dining area. It's in New York. I mean, it's tiny. And a table right in front of me was this guy that I really recognized and this woman, but nobody said anything. Nobody told me anything like leading up to this day. Nothing. And I was like, that guy looks like Jamie Foxx. I was like,
You met Jamie Foxx?
Megan Fox's brother?
That's crazy.
I don't know. I can't confirm if they are related.
I'm pretty sure they are. No, they are.
You're like, no. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, literally. And sitting across from him, which was kind of like, I think, controversial at the time, was Katie Holmes. Because they were dating, but also there was something going on with that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I don't know if it crossed over at the time period that I met them, but I think it was like they were on the low.
Oh, I see.
But they rented out the restaurant for the first hour of dining.
Oh,
So
That's
they
crazy.
ate food that I prepared.
that's so cool.
That was
my
wild. And I
God.
look at the person next to me, and they acted like I was so stupid too. And
Really?
I was like, but like I looked to my coworker, and I was like, is that just me? And I was like, or is that Jamie Foxx? And they were like, yeah.
what? I hate that. Oh my god.
That's just like, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they're just being annoying.
That's
Did you meet anyone else or see anyone else?
I ran into a lot of people in New York, not like people that I cooked for, but
Drop first and last names.
Oh, this one's a great one. I was in Midtown, and I saw one of those like street interviewers like walking around, and I saw the camera, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder who." Like, I thought they were going up to people on the street. I was like, "Oh, maybe they'll come up to me." But then I look past the cameraman, and I see Kevin Jonas, and then next to him I saw Joe Jonas, and then I saw Nick Jonas, and I was like, "Oh, they're interviewing the Jonas Brothers."
That's so cool. Oh my
That's crazy.
They weren't like
dude.
it's street interviews, so like there weren't like bodyguards or anything necessarily. So I walked across the street and I like basically brushed shoulders with one of the Jonas Brothers.
Which one?
I don't remember.
It better not have been Kevin. No shade.
I think it was Joe. Probably.
Nobody. It was Joe. Okay, yeah, that's good.
I was like, oh my, and I hate to, like, I won't be the person that like takes a picture. Like, I want to be the person that like has no shame about taking a picture. But I can't, like, I know that they'll judge me for doing it. I'm like, I don't want them to judge me for doing it.
That's crazy.
So, like, as much as I wanted a picture, like, be like,
no, literally.
I couldn't bring myself to
No,
do it.
because when we saw Tyler, the Creator, walking in New York, we were way too scared. He walked, like, he looked at both of us in the eyes, like, we were walking this way. He was walking the opposite way.
We were like, I know.
And he knew what was up. And
I think he knew.
We were too scared to say
He had
anything.
bodyguards, though.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He
Big
had
dudes.
2 guys behind him.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I ran into a lot of models in New York, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Carly Kloss, which
I'm not gonna know who these people are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm only well
the viewers.
because I
Yes,
wasn't.
and you were also a model.
Mm-hmm. That's why I know these people.
Yeah. That's
Do you believe that?
But she was walking down her like really nice brownstone with this like really nice baby carriage and her what I assumed was her mom.
Yeah.
Because they were gonna go take a stroll with her baby, and I like locked eyes with her, and she's a very noticeable woman too. She's like 6'1", like she's a tall girl. And we locked eyes, and I could tell that she could tell that I knew who she was. So I just like gave her a little smile, and I just kept tootling. I was like, and then right down the road, we saw another model, not somebody I was familiar with. My mom recognized her from like J. Crew or something like that.
Real?
Yeah, I was like, okay, she was really pretty. She was a redhead.
That's pretty. Did you do modeling in New York, or where'd you do modeling?
Here in Dallas.
Here? Yeah. Very good.
It only lasted a couple of years because reasons.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Like, because I should have switched my agencies, but
It's okay.
Just not chill.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. That industry could be a little...
I also am on the short end. Now things like that are fine, but like back in 2017, 2016, like there was still a standard. Really, we were just starting to push like runway models being like 5'8" or like 5'7", when usually they're like 6 foot.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8", so
5'8".
I'm on that low end.
Yeah.
So whenever I would go to like open calls and stuff, I'm
like, you're too
even
short.
in heels. Like that did help though, because some of the taller girls would wear shorter heels, so we were all kind of like sometimes the same height. But I would appear like more like I would appear smaller than them. And I did get picked over taller girls sometimes, but
That's pretty cool.
it was fun. I had fun, but I also don't like being in front of cameras.
Oh, well, that's
Like,
a shame.
Well, not anymore. Like now, and like videos are different.
Oh,
like
true.
when it's static photos and you're just having to like move like and change positions very slightly, and you have to know your angles.
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot to like think about. And then they're like, okay, but your lighting's over here, and like, but we need you to do this with your leg, and like I'm like, okay, I'm like I don't know that I like this. And I was like, it's fun and like at times, but I was like, half the time my photos wouldn't turn out how I would want them to, because I'm like, I'm not comfortable. You can see that I'm not comfortable. Like, so I wish I could have gotten comfortable, and maybe had I given myself time, I would have. But alas, I was doing like 8 other things at the time too.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You're so busy. She was a busy bee.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'd much rather take pictures and have photos of me too. Yeah, what were you saying?
What do you mean take pictures?
Like, I'd rather take pictures than be taking a photo. Like, have my photo
she'd rather
taken.
be the photographer.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you go both ways though.
Yeah, I do like both.
Yeah, you do like both, because I take your IG photos.
No, yeah, she's my camera girl.
I am.
How long were you in modeling for, and at what ages?
I submitted a bunch of photos when I was, I think, 15.
That's crazy.
To like all the agencies in the area, and one of them got back to me. So I was like, I did it from like 15 to 17, I think.
What made you get
and then,
into
like,
it?
Yeah. Like, did people just tell you, wow, you're really pretty, you should try like modeling?
I mean, I'm sure somebody probably said that at one point in time. I mean, besides my mother. My mother tells me how pretty I am every day. But,
That's nice.
yeah, she's lovely. Love you, Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
I'm like, the noise. You're like, hey. I'm still very awkward. What was the question?
I said, how did you get into
how'd you get
modeling?
into it?
I think it's because I've always I've always liked fashion.
Period.
I like when I was supposed to be doing school in high school because I did online private school. So I had access to my computer at all times.
Yeah.
And I would just be watching like Runway. If anybody knows the Dior like 2016 or 2017 Runway show, it was like a woodland theme that had a chokehold on me.
Yeah.
And then I would watch America's Next Top Model like
Yeah.
all the freaking time, and I'm like, that looks like it's so much fun. I'm like, I want to like dress up and have photos taken of me. So I don't know. Eventually, I was just like, well, let's just send some photos to some agency.
You're like, why not?
Like again, right? Literally, I'm like, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
So we did it, and somebody got.
That's low-key epic, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see like a vast difference from what you saw on media of modeling versus in reality?
I feel like it's pretty comparable.
Yeah,
I think it's obviously glamorized,
obviously.
but I think if people stop to think about it for a minute, they could see the negatives to it pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it like all the stereotypes that anybody's heard of are pretty much true, except the girls aren't always mean.
Yeah.
Like the other models, but there usually is an attitude.
Yeah.
there, which I also didn't care for.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm like, you're also like, I'm like, I think
very
you're prettier than
superficial.
me, so I'm like, I don't know what the issue is here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think you're pretty too.
Yeah.
So I think that was like, the standards and everything are, it's a very like, unless you get a contract with a company, it's very like one and done. You kind of feel used, but you're getting a paycheck for it. So like,
Yeah.
whatever. But you do feel like they're like, okay, we just wanted her for this one season. We're done. New look. And I'm like, okay, cool.
You're like,
It's like fine. It's fashion. So like, I get it. But
You said
also-
you did online school now during this time. Were you homeschooled?
I was homeschooled my whole life.
That is actually
Isn't already
crazy.
apparent.
Guys,
I can tell.
yeah, we can tell.
We can tell.
We can tell. There's definitely like a lot of hatred towards like homeschooled people, right?
Well, the whole like thing
yeah.
is that like they're weird. and
yeah.
things like that.
I wouldn't say
But-
you're that weird.
But I think because
Not that.
You're
because
really,
of
like,
your
not.
you because of all like your very cool like interests. I
Yes.
feel like you're very because the stereotype is that like they're not social or like they're weird. They don't know how to act around people. But you were very social. Like even
Yeah.
growing up outside of school, like you made it work out that way. And so like I mean.
Yeah. I mean, if you talk to my brother and I don't think that you would automatically assume that you were homeschooled. There might be something like we were always like parents would note that we were more mature.
Yeah.
And then-
it's because I spent a lot of time around adults instead
Yes,
of like
right.
peers.
Yes.
But then I was in stuff from the age of 4 because I was a figure skater. I was in this stuff. From the
That
age of
too,
4,
bro.
like,
I forgot that you were into that.
the lore unlocking.
I know,
everything.
Literally, no wonder you did all of these things. You must have had genuinely like so much time, no?
Yes and no. It's just that it was so customizable.
Yeah.
So like if we needed to leave for the ice rink at noon, then I would just do part of my work before noon, and then I'd do the rest of it after we got home. So it was very flexible. It was cool because like my dad traveled for work, so we would like go with him and stuff. So like we got to do a lot of like random stuff. Yeah.
Were you like good at school, or did you ever like think you would be better in like a classroom, you know, with other people?
I think the only reason I wanted to be in school was like a social aspect, which is probably like for the best because I probably would have been distracted AF like all the time.
Yeah.
I also just was kind of bored in school. I'm very, if can't tell, I'm very like artistically minded. Like I would rather be doing something,
Right.
anything. Like give me a rocket ship to build.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't care if I don't know how to do it. Like just like give me that. I'll do that.
You see,
instead.
I'm like the exact opposite. Where like I would rather do nothing.
Yeah, you're very much the opposite.
We are
She's
just
so
polar
off.
opposites. Like you do so much, I love to do nothing, and then sister's like in the middle.
I feel like I am in the middle.
You
I
like
do
to do
like
things.
a balance of
Yeah.
like doing stuff and not doing stuff.
I don't.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like it's probably like everybody's demeanors are like dispositions are so different, and I'm like I low key thrive off of always having something to do. Maybe that's a flaw. Don't know.
No, I think that's great. I think that's way better than people like me where we're like, I literally just rather lay in bed and be on iPhone than do anything ever.
Yeah.
You'll get somewhere. You'll find something.
I still like
find a hobby.
Oh,
You need a hobby.
literally my only hobby is like reading.
Is like
and
Fortnite
and Fortnite
like, rot and bed rot.
and rot, yeah. And brain rot. Like I just don't like to do anything.
That's so true.
But
you try to get into
but
anything.
also like
I like being around people. Yeah.
like public school, especially in this area, is like. Especially you were in private.
I was in private. Yeah.
It's very like intensive.
It is.
It is
So
very
I'm like
intensive.
once like
Yes.
I understand not wanting to like have to do anything.
And I didn't want to have
after
to.
all that.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to like start something new when everybody was already good at it. Which
Right.
I feel like that's kind of lame. I don't really have that mindset anymore as much. But I like being around people like you and my sister, where you guys like to do things because it encourages me to do things
You're
too.
like-
Obviously, like
yeah.
and I'm usually always down to do whatever with anything.
Yeah, but I was
Sometimes,
thinking,
usually, always.
sometimes, usually, always.
Yes.
In high school, I was also like involved a lot, like in the school. Like I was like in business club, I was theater, I was in film club, and I was in student council.
Yeah, you did it all,
which
dude.
is like crazy.
Yeah.
And then like I was super wanting to do like so many hours, you know, because you're supposed to do like service hours to graduate.
Yeah.
So I would like volunteer for so much stuff, like fairs and like painting murals and like cooking
said,
and
"Sign me
like
up."
like setting up for like plays or like, you know, any kind of crafty thing. So in a way, I guess I was like, I kind of am like
Involved.
wanting to do like activities and things like that.
No, for sure. I agree. Did you ever feel like FOMO because you didn't really get
Yeah.
the high school experience in a
Only
way?
when I got older, I was like I didn't go to
Yeah.
prom or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, did you ever like try to convince your mom that like, please get me into a school?
I think I probably like asked, but I also was comfortable where I was. And like by that time also in high school, I was needing to practice almost 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I needed that time. So by that time, I didn't.
We practiced what, 4 hours a day?
I had orchestra, cello, and violin.
Oh,
So I had
okay.
to practice for all of those.
You're like a child prodigy, dude. Like
If only I was that good.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm
Still,
sure she's
something
good,
is
bro.
something. I mean,
I'm a hobby
crazy.
prodigy.
yeah. Genuinely, you are. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I like me my hobbies.
Yeah.
Were your parents like always on board with the homeschool idea, or how did they?
So that's actually a really interesting little foray. My brother, my older brother, I only have the one.
The one, bro.
He's 28. I don't remember.
Yeah, fair.
He's older than me. I know that. He has Asperger's, so he's on the spectrum. So he just had a lot of issues in school and like young. Like my mom ended up pulling him out of, he got held back for kindergarten. He had to repeat
wow.
kindergarten a second time. And then my mom, he had a teacher that was just like really mean.
Oh.
Because again, this is like circa 2000.
Yeah, that's right. Where like back then, like they
people
did not
Yeah.
understand
gave no
or
merit to
how-
any of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's so sad.
They're like, he's just a problem child, like, and they don't know how to handle that.
That's
so
awful.
sad.
No, yeah. So my
bro.
mom was like, this isn't
Yeah.
right. She was like, I'm taking him out and I'm going to school him myself. So then I came along and it was just automatically I was going to be homeschooled.
So you never went into school.
That's crazy.
That is so strange.
I went into like schools to like watch my cousins play volleyball and stuff. So I knew what a school looked like.
Yeah. No.
I know what a school is.
Yeah.
Like, I promise, guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't locked in my basement.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, now my other question is why trade school and not just like go to university?
Let me get on my soapbox.
Yeah.
It's a whole trail of like connected dots here. So I'd say first off, again, I was bored in school. Like I was ready to do something.
So real.
But you get it.
Yeah.
But for most of my life, I had planned on being a vet. And that's 8+ years of school after high school. And I was like, at the time, I was fine with that. I was like, I don't really know what else I want to do. I'll just stick on this path. I even went and toured A&M when I was like 15. I
No
toured
way.
their vet facilities and stuff
That's
because they have
crazy.
one of the best programs in the country. And then I turned 18, and it was time for me to like actually pick what I was going to do. And by that time, I was just like, I don't really want to go through 8 more years of school.
It's a lot.
Plus, the profession is just really sad.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be depressed all the time.
It is. We were talking. Were you there when we
long
were?
hours,
Were you there when we were talking about that? That we were talking about like the jobs that are of people that are the most depressed.
I feel like maybe.
Yeah, because we were saying like dentistry is one of them. Like being like literally anything
I've
medical.
heard you guys talking about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
anything medical is like all those people are so like severely depressed, and it's so sad because it is literally a profession that's like helping other people.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't even. I feel like they can't even take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And it's so sad.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
They
So
don't have time.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't.
That's
I
a
wanna
lot.
Avoid that, and I also
No.
knew somebody, and she was like an on-call vet, so she would have to get up at in the middle of the night, which I'm like, fine, but also like, is that what I want for myself? And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, again, this is an 18-year-old asking themselves these questions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
It's crazy that you have to make a decision. You have to,
Yeah.
like,
That's why like my
crazy.
parents like would never push me.
Yeah.
They were like. They would sit down and talk to me,
Yeah.
and like talk things through. And then my mom was who suggested culinary school. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you like to cook," and I've been in the kitchen since I was like a little kid. There's like pictures of me like on a chair watching my mom bake, and I'm just
That's
sitting there eating
cute.
chocolate
That's
chips,
so
you know?
cute.
that's cute, yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
it was her suggestion. And I was like, you know what? I was like,
Why not music? Like why not go in for like
so it's been such a big part of my life, and I'm surprised I didn't go into music.
yeah,
but
I feel like that would have been like something
at the
that you
time,
yeah.
I didn't like performing. Like I liked to perform. I didn't like performing though.
Period.
I had such terrible stage fright, even
Me.
in a large orchestra.
Literally
like,
me. I agree. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my stand partner's like judging me for like I missed a note, like oh,
Yeah.
like you know, I would
That's
just
crazy.
yeah.
Constantly being perceived is like, no,
Yeah.
please.
You're like, no, thank you.
So I was, and of course, it's either solo or it's ensemble, and I think I could have gone on to do ensemble, but it's not like unless you're in one of the best groups, you're not going to get paid a lot. Mm-hmm. Now you might,
Yeah.
but back then, like when I first would have been starting out in a career, I don't think it's just like not like
Yeah.
like financially very stable. So I was like, eh. And then the only other option for financial stability is to become a professor of music, and I'm like,
right.
I don't
You don't
Yeah.
want to teach.
I don't want to teach.
Yeah.
I said I don't think I'm.
You really gotta love that.
Yeah, I'm like I
Yeah.
don't think that's my vibe.
So did you think that making like a career decision was easy?
It was actually once I like sat down and talked about culinary arts. Like obviously I knew I didn't want to do music, so that was easy. I was like, yeah, no, that's. I like looked into it a couple of times because I kind of wanted to go to Berkeley and stuff. But again, I didn't really want to go to university because like something that ticked me off was core curriculum, and I just did not want. I'm like I just did you know 4 years of like high school, and it's basically the core curriculum is like another like 2 years of high school.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
I'm like I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just so that you can pay more money to the
really,
school.
Yeah.
real, bro.
I'm like, so I'll pass on that. Which is why trade school also.
Yeah.
Because it's shorter. It's you get to go right into your field.
Yeah.
And it's usually a hands-on job. So, and I've also been in the service industry since I was 17. So I was. It's something I knew I already had a passion for. I like customer service most usually.
Yeah.
Not always, but like I like connecting with people.
Yeah.
And I like when people eat something that they enjoy because I know what it's like to eat good food, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, like it can turn a whole day around. Like,
Yeah,
a
It
good
really
meal.
could.
100%. I think your gut health is related to like
Your mood?
like your emotion. I don't know what
The chemicals, some
Like
chemical
really-
in there.
it really is.
some chemical receptor, like I don't know, or something. I know it's connected
That's
to that.
why people get hangry, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sincerely, like
Yeah, I literally was like, I have to eat before the pod because I always end up not like eating before the pod, and then during filming, I'm always really hungry, and I'm like, and I just want to finish finish the episode. I'm
that's
like,
awful.
no, I know. I'm like, I need to eat before the pod, so I'm like in a good mood, and now I'm in a good mood, you guys. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's really cool.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's another reason. That
Yeah.
that was like a reason that I like became aware of later on. Like I knew that basically what was getting me into it was I like to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. I'm like, okay, I like to cook, and I've done service
Yeah.
industry stuff before.
and then
But like now I love providing that for
Yeah,
people. I get to
that's so
give people a little
cute.
slice of joy.
That's beautiful. I love that. That's so cute. Yeah. I needed this.
Literally.
What I was gonna say, because going back to you being vegan, because again you're going into a plant-based culinary program. What made you get into veganism? Because we touched on it very briefly.
Yeah,
but if you can expand.
Yeah, my once again, like most things in my life, my mommy.
Yeah.
My mom had already. So I was a teenager still at the time when I went vegan. I think I was like 17. 17, 18 was a pivotal years for me in a lot of ways. But I wouldn't say that I contributed to dinner a lot during that time. I'd if I had a fun recipe that I came across, I'd be like, oh yeah, let me make this. But I didn't consistently make dinner. Now I make dinner a lot because I really, really enjoy it. So my mom had already been vegan 5-ish years at this point, and she'd been vegan on and off previous to that. She'd already gone vegan, went back to eating normally and then went vegan again. And of course things are advancing this whole time in veganism. So back when she first went, it was probably the worst time to start because there was no information nutritionally or otherwise.
Right.
So you were just kind of doing the best you could back then. But fast forward all the way to then. So my mom was just hey, cooking 2 dinners every night is it's a lot. She was and more so than that, she was it's a lifestyle that I wish I could share with other people. And we all lived in the same house, my brother, my mom, my dad, and I. And she just asked me to consider it. She was I can send you some things to check out. And then I did my own research. And after, finding out about farming practices and animal agriculture, I was just
yeah.
I was so pissed because now I have this knowledge and I was I can't not know this knowledge anymore.
Yeah.
So I was pissed off to start with, because I had to completely change how I ate.
It,
I'm no, I grew up eating a specific way my whole life. I'm I'm used to this. This is what I like. I don't want to have to change this. And there was things that I liked too. I was I love ice cream. I was and again at the time, the non-dairy ice cream options were kind of shite. They were not very good. They were not good.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit annoyed. But I did it regardless.
Yeah.
And here we are almost 10 years later.
Yeah.
And I'm it's opened so many things. Culinary advancements are really unique in that industry, and it's just really cool to see food science in that industry.
Yeah.
And it also opened me up to a whole lot of cool and interesting ingredients and how to use them that I wouldn't have learned had I done a traditional culinary school.
Yeah.
So I'm I think it was really neat because I love innovation and finding new ways to use things. And it's really shocking the things that you can do with some of these ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm whoa.
No. Well, I love the idea of veganism, and I've always thought about doing it, but it's just for me it's so much work, and also I feel I feel it's kind of expensive in a way
to start with.
Especially because I feel I'm just such a picky eater that
Me
I'm
too.
what am I gonna eat?
That's
I don't
fair.
my options are already so limited. I already don't like so many vegetables, and I'm like cucumbers. I hate cucumbers. I don't like beans. I feel and beans is such a great source of protein, and I'm what is gonna be my source of protein if I'm not eating chicken or you know what I mean already, and I don't like beans. What am I gonna eat?
Also, I get so hungry so quick when I eat vegetables.
I'm a grazer, dude. I graze all the time. I am the cow now.
Yeah, literally. I
have
couldn't.
become the cow.
Also, I literally was talking to my sister about this, that people online, maybe I'm just a hater, but people online when they're I cut processed foods out of my diet.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up. I don't care.
I also 100% still eat
Dude,
so many Oreos.
Yeah, I freaking
there's so many things that are accidentally vegan.
I
they're so
was
highly
reading it, I was
processed.
I'm just a hater. I know I am because I wish I could do that, but I literally love food way too much that I could never. I feel I could never do that. I just don't want to, and I don't want to put the effort into that. I choose happiness, unlike those who I literally choose my happiness and well-being.
Yeah.
No,
I do love processed food.
I do
love that Red 40.
I literally love.
the red 40.
I do love Red 40, dude. Like,
She'd be chugging it. She's
Well, I was looking at like some of the products at Walmart that do have red 40 and like and blue 6 and like all these
My
other weird
vibe.
stuff. And it's things that like you don't expect to have it, and it does have it.
It's weird. It's because,
I'm like, this has that?
Like subsidized products are mind blowing.
yeah.
They're
Like
crazy.
things that like shouldn't have. I don't know. Like you would look at it and you're like, that shouldn't have milk in it, and you look at it and it has milk in it. It's because they were paid to put it in it.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
And I'm
crazy.
like, there was no business. Like that did not need to be there.
no.
I'm like,
I mean, a lot of people talk about online how the
That's
American food, like it's all just
it's so
bad.
funny.
It's
a
just-
joke.
yeah,
It really
is.
is funny, bro.
Yeah.
It honestly is.
Do you
Oh,
think
that
They
was
make
the other one.
dumbest stuff ever.
Cam, we were talking about McDonald's because you guys went the
Oh
other
my
night.
god, I love McDonald's. Don't get me started on McDonald's.
literally don't get me started on the Golden Arches, bro? Because me and my sister, that's home. That's literally home.
McDonald's is home.
One arch is hers, the other arch is yours.
Yeah.
Waves.
Wait, no, say what you're
Where is
saying.
it?
Well, no, it's just so subsidized. You know the word that I said earlier.
Yeah, subsidized.
They put beef powder in their French fries, and I'm like, for why?
Freaking way.
I'm like, for why? I was like, you guys did not. Chick-fil-A don't do that.
You see, unfortunately, despite this information, I
powder?
will still be
Wait,
going to.
I'm confused. So then,
McDonald's.
are the fries not vegan?
They are not.
No freaking way.
Well,
You're like fooey.
There's no
Yeah.
way.
I
Beef
mean-
powder? What does that even mean? Like, how do you get beef powder?
I'm scared to know that
I'm scared
information.
too.
But it's
I
just
was
like
like-
things like that I was like, that was unnecessary.
That is
And now I can't eat-
unnecessary.
Now I can't eat French fries at McDonald's on road trips.
There's no
I'm
way.
that's.
I mean,
weird.
there's plenty of other
I don't know
places
what
to
they
eat
put
French
in
fries.
those
Nothing
fries.
in
Maybe it's the
McDonald's.
beef.
You
Crack.
can you eat
They also put
anything
cocaine.
from McDonald's?
Yeah.
Can you eat anything from McDonald's? Like the water, bruh?
The water, I'm just like,
McDonald's. Yeah.
No.
probably not. They probably put something in the water too.
Because they don't even.
They're
They
like,
use.
here's some collagen powder. Here's some collagen
funny.
powder in your water.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
Because not even like they used to have salads at McDonald's. I remember it. Now I don't know why they took
you're
out the
right,
salads.
they did. I remember those some funky
Yeah.
salads.
I don't know
why
they
they-
were weird.
I don't know, but like I don't know why they took those options out because I feel like that.
They weren't getting bought. People are like, I don't want a salad.
But I feel like if like a family were to go to McDonald's and someone wanted to like eat like a healthier option, like it's the only healthier option.
you can have the
there.
lettuce off of somebody's
And now,
burger.
yeah, now it's like nothing. You
Here's your
can't.
one leaf.
Yeah, here's your.
Yeah.
I'll take the burger without the meat.
I
and
mean,
the
even
bread.
if they did
Durr
have
burger.
the Durr burger, I'll take the Durr burger,
vegan
please.
Durr.
one
Durr
Durr burger, please. Even if they did have salads at McDonald's, I'm not.
I wouldn't trust that.
I'm not purchasing that. Why salad or like 10
I'm
piece?
like, it's rare that I'll eat a salad from any fast food restaurant. They just scare
What about
me.
salads and go? Have you tried that?
I
place?
haven't. No.
It's like they.
They have tofu, I think.
Oh wow!
They do have tofu.
I've been messing with salads and go. It's
I've been messing with the chicken Caesar, like chicken Caesar salads in general.
no.
It's a good summer
okay,
salad.
never mind.
It's a good summer salad.
I was like, you just said no.
Do you think that like since you're moving?
Moving on.
I
Just like shoves you out of frame.
I cut the comment quick. Do you think since you're moving to the UK and Germany, don't you think that's gonna be kind of easier? I guess it's not maybe not easier, but
You're gonna get less.
I mean the food there is
So
cleaner.
much higher quality.
yes.
Yeah.
I might actually I'll report back, but I might actually get to have gluten again because
because it's
their
different.
flour is much less processed than our flour. So
Dude,
your girl
that'd
is going to be having a plate of spaghetti as soon as she lands.
That's crazy.
God.
It might not work, but we'll see.
And why are you,
You
going
don't know
after?
until you find out.
Yeah, after London, you're going to Germany. For why?
So pretty much everywhere in Europe makes it really hard for outsiders to get in for reasons, population control and whatnot. We see what happens here. People are moving everywhere all the time, and we have so many people here.
We do.
So many people here. Not saying I don't even know what our visa process looks like. I'm sure it's hard too.
I think it is very complicated. Yeah, for sure.
But apparently not hard enough because there's so many of us. So many. Driving down the road, I think about it every day. This road specifically,
Dude,
makes me so
that
mad.
road makes
That's
me
a
so
tangent.
mad.
Sorry, but I hate that road.
well, I remember during COVID, it was I was like, everyone here says that there's so much traffic. And then when we moved here during COVID, I was like,
I moved here during COVID also.
I was like, there's literally no
Nobody.
traffic. Y'all are crazy. I
No,
was like, I'm
this
from
is so nice
Miami.
here.
Yeah. But then it got really
then we
bad.
saw it.
I think it's okay.
But honestly, it's only bad just from like 5 to like 6:30.
Yeah, just during,
and that's it.
Yeah.
And just during weekdays. But in Miami, it was like there's traffic at every single hour.
Yeah, as if it was
every single hour. Does not matter if
it was like rush hour every hour.
Every hour was rush hour.
So honestly, I really don't mind the traffic here.
That's fair.
I really don't mind.
That's fair. But
I digress.
I digress.
Yeah.
Just let it stand that I hate that road.
I do.
You're like noted. So everywhere in Europe is pretty hard to get into unless you have like certain qualifications. And because I've kind of like been in a weird like gray area for a couple years because of COVID, I have gaps in my work history for my specific industry. Like I have worked the entire time, but it's not stuff that is considered usable. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's they can't like, because I didn't work for 2+ years straight in my one singular industry. It's like even with all my combined experience, it's no good.
Oh.
Like it's like not right. It's not what they're looking for.
Okay.
So I would have needed
weird.
to work in my industry for like a solid like 2, 3, 4, 5 years straight to like, and I could work at different restaurants and stuff, but like I've been like at one cafe and then another cafe and then like Starbucks and like, so it's like none of them were kitchens. I wasn't working in my industry. So I can't stay in London. I don't think. I could maybe like through connections get a job offer, but then they would have to sponsor my visa.
Yeah.
And I'd have to come home because you can't apply for a UK visa from the UK. You have to apply from your home country.
Okay.
So I'd have to come back, apply, and wait 3 to 6 months to get it approved, and then
That's
move back
crazy.
again. So that like doesn't really sound like the greatest option.
Yeah.
So after like lots of research, Germany has one of the easier processes. They have more avenues for you to stay there.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of like job shortages, like they need people, and they actually love Americans. So I say actually, like they
actually do,
like,
guys.
I promise, guys. They are very open to Americans coming and joining their workforce. So they have lots of like avenues for you to stay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go through like 1 or 2 of those avenues and move there.
Are you gonna live there for? Like, you don't know how long? Or?
The plan is, like, at a minimum, like, 3 to 5 years.
That's crazy.
Oh.
So do you
I thought you were planning to be there forever.
Yeah, me too.
If not forever. I have never lived there before. I've only been through Germany. So I don't, like, I would assume that I would like it.
Yeah.
Like, what's not to like?
Yeah.
I'm in a big walkable city, other places are nearby.
You're going to be in Berlin, and that's already a huge city, so.
Yeah.
Do you know German, or?
Nope.
No. Okay.
She's going to learn a little bit.
Ich verstehe kein Deutsch. I
Oh.
don't know. Ich verstehe ein bisschen Deutsch.
What's that?
I think, if I remember correctly, it means I understand a little or I know a little, one of the two.
Okay.
It's something about a little in German.
Okay.
Something about me a little bit and German.
Yeah.
Right.
So, no. I do not know German.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I know Ausfahrt, which means exit.
Ausfahrt is crazy.
That's not real.
No, it's on signs, like road exit signs. Ausfahrt.
I was really bored at a grad party recently, and my friend was like, "Do you want to go on Duolingo and learn German?" And I was like, "I mean, I suppose." And
It's a funny little language.
it's
It is a
definitely
funny little
silly.
language.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know.
It'll be interesting. I'll learn German while I'm in London. There's an institute there.
Oh, that's good.
That I'm going to take lessons from.
Yeah.
But if I don't stay in Germany, permanently. Whoa, words are hard. I plan to either go to like Denmark or Ireland.
Oh my god, Denmark.
That
Or Ireland too.
Denmark would literally be so baller, dude.
Like that's like
Oh
top
my
on my list. When I was in
God.
my Edison interview, they were asking me like what my like goals
Yeah.
and aspirations were or whatever, and I said like I
Move to
specifically
Denmark.
see myself opening a little like seaside coastal like cafe bookshop. Like
that's so nice, dude. That's a freaking
like I want it to
vibe.
be coastal because I absolutely live for like the water. I love the water so much. And like Denmark has some like really pretty coastal. I mean Copenhagen isn't coastal per se, but I think you're like who's patting my knee? So I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of moving parts right now because I have to like I'm only taking 3 suitcases with me to London. Plus my guitar.
Crazy.
3, 2 big ones and a carry-on. No, I know.
No, dude. That's why we were brainstorming gift ideas for you. I was like, I don't think that we should get her anything physical. Like I don't know if any. I think she has a lot of things to take.
Yeah,
because we were thinking like furniture, and I'm like, no, we cannot do furniture, bro.
I mean, you guys can always come over and help me decorate my place when I move in. No, but my dad has to. I have to pack everything now, so my dad can put it in a shipping container later and ship it to Germany.
That's crazy,
to Germany. Like
you're like
she broke the fourth wall.
I'm like she I did that a lot. I've broken it like 8 times.
She was talking about how she really wanted to break the 4th wall.
Yes.
I thought I was gonna wait till the end, but that hasn't happened.
Well, wait.
I feel like it's another person just sitting there. I'm like, hey.
It is.
I know. It does just feel like
Well, that's like the goal.
Like I feel like I should include it in the conversation.
Yeah, I feel like the entire episode it's just been us talking.
Well, I like the idea of trying to like make it seem like the
more
person
natural.
is here with us. We're there with you in spirit, guys.
Always.
Can we talk about our outfits?
Oh yes, because there is a reason why we're dressed like this.
Literally all the button ups.
Okay, so there's this new coffee shop that just opened in our city, and our plan with all my friends is to dress up like a very stereotypical like barista or coffee shop goer, like like brim hat, like John Lennon glasses, like all braids, full sleeve tattoo, like patchwork tattoo,
nose rings.
Nose rings. I have one. You have some fake ones too.
I also have a fake one too. I might wear it.
Have fake ones.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I have a real one, it would have been fake too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why we look the way we do.
Well, I feel like honestly, we would probably wear this.
Perhaps. I don't know.
An outfit that I just wore last week.
Yeah, I was like, this just looks like yourself.
I don't know if I would.
I feel like you would wear that.
I don't know. It's not really my vibe.
I feel like I've worn this already.
This is.
I'm not done changing. I'll probably put on a beanie.
Yeah.
The beanie, and we're gonna go
in almost 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
That's the trademark.
Stop, bro.
Yeah, it's literally like 95 degrees outside. It's like the summer in Texas. It's awful.
My plan is to also like ask really obnoxious questions at like when I order my drink, like what's on your single origin, what are your notes on your pour over, can I get a
how much foam do you do in your espresso macchiato? Not the Starbucks, like the little cup.
Yes, exactly. Can I get a doppio? And also, if we have to ask for a cappuccino, and if they're like what size, we have to like look. We have to be like.
We have to school them.
We have to like scoff at them.
I like look back. I'm just like,
wow, they don't know. They don't do coffee here, right?
They don't do it right.
Wow, you really don't know what a cappuccino is. Forget it. Ooh.
Should I order a mocha cookie crumble frappuccino?
Yes. Ask for a venti.
People have done that. They're like,
no,
can I get like a
that's what
like
I'm saying.
Cookie, like a cookies and cream frap? And I'm like, we don't do that here.
No,
like,
that's not.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it when people are like, can I get the
vanilla
tall?
bean frap is the one that I get the most.
No.
They're like, do you have like a vanilla bean frap? I'm like,
no.
We have a vanilla.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, yeah.
Wait, what else is on our notes?
We're gonna terrorize the local baristas.
You brought notes and you didn't even bring out your little. It's right there.
Well, we forgot to talk about your song, because I feel like I haven't personally asked you about updates on your song recently. So how's your song going?
Well, sadly, the timelines collided last year, where I was on the verge of working. Not on the verge. I was working on several songs. And I self-produce, so I don't have any producers, so it's all on me. I was working on a timeline to get these things like done, recorded, blah, 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 blah. When I made the decision to go back to school, because I was like, that'll segue me into moving to Europe, which I'd planned on doing before the pandemic. So it was kind of like I had to like give up some things to make this possible. And one of it was like I had to stop taking lessons on like production and stuff. So I was like, I only know so much. And like the internet's a great source. So like there's a lot of ways I can continue to do that. But now, like, I've been trying to spend time with friends and like spend time with my family, and it's just, there's been a lot of time consuming things where I had to basically just stop producing.
So you're not going to continue the
I will
song?
continue.
Okay.
So hopefully, because I've been working 3 jobs for the past like 6-7 months.
That is crazy.
I just stopped the 3 like 2 months ago. And then I've been working like a second job periodically throughout all that. So that also took up a lot of my time because I had certain money goals to meet for this move. But that being said, I won't have a job while I'm in London. I'll just have school, and literally I don't have any friends there, so I'm like, I won't have a social life until probably like I leave. So I'm hoping, I'm bringing all my recording equipment with me that I can. I can't bring all the big stuff, but most of it. And then I hope to record while I'm there.
Okay.
I'm also hoping to meet people there that also like, know stuff about it, because London is such a big music.
Yeah. You'll meet a lot of people.
And I want to play like open mics and stuff, so I'm hoping that I'll meet more people while I'm there.
Yeah.
So like it has had to stop, but I've put way too much into that venture to stop it, and that's also why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm going back into working kitchens so that I could make more money, so that I could fund more music projects. So it's like it's a whole like big like revolving circle of like interconnected things that have to happen for other things to happen. So I am still working on it very, 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 very slowly. So one day you guys will get to hear a St. Clair original on Spotify.
Yippee! 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 Dude, I'm gonna be so excited for that.
We're gonna link.
I'm gonna be excited for it. I'm gonna be like, oh my god!
I'm gonna be like,
finally.
please stream St. Clair.
Yeah, we're gonna
St.
link
Clair.
all her stuff.
Are we allowed to link your music stuff?
Yeah, I would hope. I'd be like,
If you insist.
Yes, we will do you that favor.
Yeah. We will do you that favor.
We will do you that.
No, like you guys will get famous before I do. Not gonna lie.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
you speak so well. We like literally speak in brain rot here.
I was gonna say you are such a good storyteller.
You're good. It's almost like she's a writer and she writes her own songs.
You know how many like fake interviews I've had in my car with myself?
That is
so many.
That is so real, dude.
I also have to like coach myself through like every interaction I have like beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a nervous person.
Period.
I'm like, I have to rehearse this. Like even just talking to somebody that I know, like not you guys, like but like if I'm meeting somebody for the first time, I'll like maybe like think of like some answers like in my head beforehand.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that.
That's low-key my vibe.
Planning like what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
before you say it.
Or even like ordering. Like Hannah Grace says like she rehearses her orders before
No
she
way.
goes in somewhere. I'm like, I do like not maybe to that extent, but like if it's a restaurant or something I haven't been to before, I'll be like, okay, make sure to like ask this question, but like ask it this way so you don't sound like you're being like that girl.
Yeah, it's
because I also have several dietary restrictions. So I'm like,
that's true.
you know, the waiters are like, one of these girls, and I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. Like I have to like phrase it in a way that I'm like, oh, like only if like if
only like if you want to.
Like if you want to. I'm fine with dying. It's okay.
Okay. I think.
Shall we wrap it up?
I think that's all we have to say.
Wait, let me check my notes one more time.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like my end note should be I'm good with dying.
Yeah,
I'm not good with dying.
Yes.
I have a lot to do.
It's
It's been like an hour.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of my vocals are gonna be really
I feel like we reached all the points. I mean, we did. We kind of went off script a little bit, but
that's good.
That's the point.
I think going off
Blabbermouth Nation.
Going off the script is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, exactly. What if going off script was the friends we made along the way? Okay.
She went.
Okay. I guess that'll be it.
Right.
Thank you, Hannah State.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being our second guest.
Yes.
Hopefully a returning guest.
Ooh, we'll return. I do have to come back to the U.S.
Yeah, only if we
You're like
give you that opportunity.
Oh, only if this video is well received.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
If we don't get over 1 million views, then you're out.
You're out.
Sorry.
So
sorry. It's that easy. Yeah.
That's fair.
You have to make the cut.
That's fair.
I accept that.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, thank you, Hannah, for being on the pod.
Yes.
You're super cool.
I was like, if there's anyone that's going to be the most interesting guest,
I'm the
it's
second
this
best.
one.
Yeah, I did not know.
I'm the second guest and the best guest.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
Not
first
second
is the
best.
worst, second is the best.
Right.
Sorry, Snakes. Love you. Yours was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, they're starting beef.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, comment down below who was the better guest. Who was your favorite?
Who's your favorite? Hannah Stain or Snigs with wigs? You're like, oh, yeah.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on or subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Obvi.
We are on Spotify. We are not on Apple Music.
Who cares?
Like every video. Subscribe to every video.
Tell your mom to watch us.
Yes. Tell your moms to
Everybody.
watch us.
Your
Blabbermouth
friends, your pets.
moms.
Blabbermouth.
Blabber moms. We love you.
Blabbermouth moms. We love you.
We love you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So, do you know our outro?
I don't.
You gotta do bye.
Not by heart.
We all like go together.
Come here. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.